Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click the button. You're with me, Henrik, on Henrik's TV. Today's video, I just want to show you what African governments are preparing for. At the African Union, they've been discussing about the protocols to make sure that Africa becomes one by the year of 2063. And this thing, guys, is happening. But what are African governments doing in order to make sure that this thing becomes a reality in our lifetime? Because the year of 2063, of course, is very far away. But what are we doing? Because that's just a number, that's just a year of implementation. But are we doing this thing in this time in which we are living to make sure that by the year of 2063, indeed Africa becomes one? Put your thoughts in the comments. Let me hear where you are commenting from, and what do you think? Is indeed Africa going to be united? But we have been hearing about at the regional level in Africa, countries are beginning to get united. But at African level, we are yet to see this thing becoming the reality. And the year of 2063 is for the African Union, African countries to become one, the continent of Africa to become one. And we're going to say this thing. So I want to give you this video and hear what our leaders, what African Union is talking about. We are going to have exciting times in the near future. Thank you for your subscribing to the channel, liking and commenting and giving me views. I am so humbled by you. Watch and hear this thing that is happening in Africa. I'll come back after this video.
Travel, work, and live within their own continent. Agenda 2063, Aspiration 2, outlines the role that an integrated continent will fulfill. And this initiative is further galvanized by the Free Movement of Persons Protocol, which specifies 3 rights which are necessary for the implementation of it in accordance with the laws, regulations, and procedures of the host country. The right of residence, where African citizens shall have the right of residence in the territory of any AU member state, and the right of establishment, where African citizens shall have the right to set up in the territory of the host of any AU member state as a business, trade, profession or vocation, or an economic activity as a self-employed person.
The protocol on the free movement of people enables people to ensure that they are able to travel across Africa visa-free. That's the essence. It is also going to facilitate a right of residence and right of establishment. So, giving the example of a business person from Lesotho, if they want to set up a business in Kenya, under the protocol, they would have every right.
And strengthen and deepen them so that our people are able to.
In another African country other than their country of origin, they have the right to do that. And then, most important, it is also going to facilitate a mutual recognition of professional qualifications. At the end of the day, your qualifications, if you are from Lesotho, should be able to be recognized in another African country. So those are the benefits that it offers.
Welcome back to this channel. You have heard yourself what African leaders are talking about. They're talking about the African Union, at the African Union level, to make Africa become one. And this is the good news. And I know that as Africa, we have to become one. We have to be united. We cannot be doing the things like enemies anymore. It is our continent. But we are making this continent to be only visited by foreigners, because African people cannot move freely within the continent of Africa. But the people who are coming from outside Africa will be able to move freely in this continent, because they are coming prepared to travel across the continent to enjoy in our, Africa is rich because it's got a lot of good features. The lakes in Africa, which are very good. The mountains, landmark in Africa is so beautiful and attractive. But we cannot move to see these beautiful features that we have in Africa, because we are not united. But now, our leaders, more especially African Union, is preparing for the unity of Africa. And they want Africa to be one. That's good news. But do you think these people are going to achieve this? Is Africa prepared to make sure that this thing becomes the reality? We want Africa to be one. Indeed, that's our dream. That's what we want. We desire this thing. It should not just be only a talk. It must be something that we can see happening right now. What are we doing in Africa to make sure that this thing becomes the reality? If ECOWAS, SADC, and all other regions in Africa are not doing enough to make sure that we become united, then guys, we'll keep on talking about these things without seeing these things becoming the reality in Africa. And this is very bad. Because, to be honest with you, Africa can only get industrialized if we come together. Africa can get developed if we come together. Let's destroy our borders. Let's destroy our boundaries. That's what we should be doing. I know you have an idea what should be done for Africa to be developed. And put your idea in the comment section. I want to see your ideas. What can you tell to the African Union, to African governments, what they should do in order for us to achieve this dream of African unity, of one Africa? I know there are countries that are going to resist this thing. But mind you, if you resist this thing, you'll be outside. And you'll be doing things alone there. But don't resist, we are one. We have to get united and do these things together. Thank you for watching this video. I just had to come up with this video to talk to you about what is happening within the continent of Africa. And I'm seeing like our leaders are doing everything enough for the whole process of getting Africa united becomes a reality very soon. Thank you. And until I come back with another video, have a very good day. Bye-bye.